And joining us now here in Mumbai is one of India's finest cricketers and probably the best fast bowler the country still has. Zaheer Khan, you think I'm bang on that statement?
Well, thanks for the kind words. Yeah, I mean, just thereabout.
Tell me, the injury has been nagging you for a long time now. When can we expect you back in action, and how bad is the injury really now?
Well, obviously, it's taken more time than everyone thought, and even I never thought that it's going to take this long. But I just have to take things in my stride, like just go day by day. So far so good. I'm just trying to do the right things, and the good thing is I've started rolling my arm over now. So just working on that. Yeah.
Gone to the nets and given a shot.
A little bit. Yeah. I mean, once in a while just to check how things are. But all I can say is that I still have a bit more time to kind of get back to my full fitness.
Is it the injury is much deeper this time around, you think, or is it the body taking more time as one grows?
No, I think it's the nature of it. It's pretty complex, and obviously it's because of my bowling arm. It's going to take a while, and it's a tendon injury. So usually tendon injuries do take longer than muscle injuries. So that's where it stands. I mean, I just have to figure out. Obviously, there's a lot of weakness, so I still have to keep working on it, and only time can tell.
Okay, so there's the obvious question. I mean, World Cup is in 2015, not too far away in that sense. For a fast bowler like you to prepare, would you be expecting you to be making yourself available for it at least? And being
well, since the way things have gone for me right now, I've not really set in a time frame in terms of obviously I was expecting to be back for Champions League, but that also didn't happen. So right now I'm just kind of taking each day as it comes, and just setting small targets in terms of getting back to bowling. And once I'm back to bowling, then only I'll be able to say once I'm bowling flat out in the nets, then only I can judge all these things. And obviously important thing is to get back playing, so if I can get some club games or Ranji Trophy games if they are around that time, and I'm fit and available. So that's the plan. I mean, so the plan is to first get back playing.
So I think on the fitness level you still need a while to decide on that, but desire, the passion, it's still
obviously. I mean, it's still there. I mean, it's all there. That's why I'm still trying. I'm still trying to regain my full fitness and see how things are going. Passion is always there. To play, to get back and just feel that adrenaline rush. While bowling.
Well, India series in England now. Let's talk about that a little bit. How did you rate the entire series? What would you think? How did we perform?
Well, I think we ended on a pretty good note. It's one-day series been fantastic. Obviously, it's a young side, so especially the bowling unit was pretty young. They're still learning things at that level. So all in all, it was good to see Ishant Sharma's performance. It was good to see someone like Ajinkya Rahane scoring that 100 at Lords. So we had a lot of positives in the Test match, but obviously the result didn't really go our way, and we just kind of lost way halfway through the series, and that can happen in a 5 Test match series. So all in all, I think the one-day performance kind of showed a lot of positive things.
I ask you this question because Dhoni said that overall this was a good tour, but Sunil Gavaskar completely differed from that and said that it was not a good tour. So in that context, because at the Test level except the first Test, with that exception, it was a disaster as far as Tests were concerned, especially.
Obviously, I think the Test matches we still have a long way to go in, and it's a mindset as well. It's a routine you have to get into to kind of and understand the game. Because the game goes over 5 days. There are 2 innings, and you kind of learn these things as you play more. So so these are all part and parcel of the learning process.
I'm saying when it comes to bowling, we couldn't bowl out England on many occasions. Do you think India's really lacks very badly a wicket-taking option at this point of time?
I think it goes hand in hand, like you know how the test matches go. Like if you look at the last 3 test matches, our bowlers only got to bowl at them once. So you know, so if you get more opportunities to bowl at them, you probably the numbers would have shown differently. And that's the way test matches go. So you know, it's not only bowling, your batting also has to perform. And you know, in overseas conditions especially, you have to get 350 runs on the board, you know, to stay in the game, you know, for our bowling team also to have a go twice, and you know, get opponents under pressure. So I think, you know, in overseas conditions, getting that 350 runs is in the first innings especially is the key.
How would you rate the performance of bowlers in particular, if you go one by one?
I think, you know, Ishant unfortunately got injured, but you know, he was showing signs. You know, he had taken that responsibility. You know, he had that brilliant spell at Lords. Bhuvi obviously was consistent in terms of workload. He was put under. You know, he responded well to that. Obviously, towards the end, he was looking a bit jaded. You know, and it can happen in a 5 test match series. Shami, I feel like, you know, his seam position is something very good. It's still early days for him, you know, so you have to back him, you know, you have to give him that confidence, and you know, put that responsibility on him. Pankaj Singh was a bit unlucky, but I think he tried his hard out, you know. So on the whole, I think, you know, considering that it was very inexperienced bowling attack, we did pretty well.
Who would you put your money on as far as becoming India's next, you know, wicket-taking option? You know, who would you put your money on?
I think it's still early days for everyone, you know, so we have to wait and watch and see how people are responding to different situations. Like, you know, like someone like Shami, who had to sit out in a couple of test matches, has got to rethink about all various aspects of the game and come back strong. So I think, you know, over the period of time, you'll know exactly who is shaping well to be able to take that responsibility of leader of the pack.
Now, Ravi Shastri was brought in the middle of the tour, you know, after the embarrassment of the losses we saw there. He was made team director, and that seemed to have worked. But you know, then we saw the fielding and bowling coaches, they were sent on leave, and that seemed to have really hurt. You know, do you think it was the right move made by the board?
I think it's board's perspective. I think it's all to do with, you know, winning and losing. When you know, when the team is going through a rough phase, when the team is not putting the results, these kind of things do happen. And you know, every sports person is you know, is raised up to all this, you know, that all these disappointments and this, and you come back out of it. Like, you know, you always. I've always felt that, you know, at the international level, you're as good as your last game. So that's the way I've been thinking about my game, and that's the way things are everywhere.
But would their absence really hurt the team in that sense?
Well, right now I'm absent from the team, so I can't really say much about it.
Okay. Now, moving on to what we saw at the ICC decision regarding Saeed Ajmal, you know, do you think his action is really suspect? Because you've worked with him closely, you've seen him closely. Do you think it's really suspect? Because many are raising questions on that.
I think it's a technical thing. Obviously, right now you have technology to prove most of the things, and you know, the only question is why it's if it was the case, then why it's taken so long. You know, those kind of questions come to your mind.
But yeah, do you think the arm is really so bent that he needs to be suspended, and he's the only one really doing that?
I think, you know, you as I said, like, you know, you have to take advantage of the technology here, and you know, you by sending him someone to a lab to analyze exactly what was going wrong somewhere, and have that proof. Then, you know, once it's proven, it's proven.
I was taking a round of this place, and it seems to be a fantastic place, Brosport Rehab Center. Tell us a little about it, and you are training yourself to come back to the team right here itself.
Yeah, obviously, you know, I spend time here not only just working out or doing other things as well. You know, the response so far has been good. It's been over a month now, and it's good to see not only sports people, but you know the recreational sport, amateur sports people also taking advantage of it. You know, and it's great to say that was the whole objective. Like, you know, the objective was was to get everyone benefited, and create that awareness about wellness, like even the corporate health or upcoming youngsters in wanting to take professional sports seriously. If you can guide them at a young age, it goes a long way. So that's the whole objective of pro sport.
And beyond this, you also are going to the Zaheer Khan hospitality venture. What is that about?
Well, it's been there for a long time. We're already in our 10th year of that, and thanks to my younger brother Anis, he looks after it. So I'm less stressed on that front. He takes all the calls. He's doing a pretty good job. We've not only a fine dine restaurant, but also a Toss Sports Lounge, which is again around sports. Like the whole environment is around sport, which has been very good. You can really watch the games live and enjoy, soak into the whole sporty feel of the place.
So my final question to you, I know you're hitting 36 now, and you're wanting to come back to the team very quickly as far as injury is concerned, but how much time do you give yourself before you say, I hang my boots?
Well, you just have to take things in your stride and see how you're feeling at that particular time. Right now I'm still enjoying being out there, playing. Obviously, if you're playing at the highest level, it's more pressure, it's more demanding on your body as well. So you have to look at that as well. But if you ask me, I've only gone by how I feel when I'm bowling, and right now I'm not bowling flat out, so I have to wait for that opportunity for that time to happen. Once I'm bowling flat out, I'll know exactly what kind of offerings I have in terms of performance and what kind of level I should be aiming at.
And that's something Sachin also said, that you get and a voice within tells you it's time up.
Yeah,
that's exactly what you're not hearing at all at this point of time.
I think it's everyone's all the sports people go through this. I think it's about how you feel when you're back there on the field. How you feeling when you whatever you do best. So obviously in my case bowling. So when I'm bowling, if I'm getting that feeling that I still have it in me, I'm still getting the enjoyment out of the game, then why not continue? And that's what I'm looking to do.
Absolutely. Who says 36 is a age to retire for anyone? We can all continue, especially sports. To see older and elder players continue, it's absolutely encouraging and very, very inspiring for many, many people. Thank you so much, Zaheer.
Thank you.